Hello and welcome back to our Let's Play of Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty Substance. I'm the Ninja Stalker. And to prove that we left off where we did, there's the previous pictures that we're going to have to turn into Otacon once we get to our terminal. Here, you have an item. So we don't have to take it. So we'll continue on with our sneaking mission. However, we will have to do a little bit of work up ahead. Will be an engagement that we're going to be doing. He was going to have an exclamation or a question mark above his head, but I guess not. We are going to need his item or his dog tag, so. Come up. See a soldier come up ahead with, he's listening to some kind of music. So he won't really be paying attention.
Freeze!
But enough to know that.
Don't kill me!
Sometimes he'll be in this exact room looking this way, but now they have him all the way down here. SP.
Please, I hit him! I need some backup gear.
Acknowledged. All other units remain in your positions.
He just spotted me as I held him up, and he gave it to him instead of giving it to me. So now I gotta wait for the caution to go away. is, but you can't engage with them, so
Attack
he's
team
there
from Breaker 1.
to cover you.
Our team, stay alert.
Freeze. No! Please don't.
And then we'll have our first engagement. First real engagement here. This engagement, you can use the M9 if you want, or you can use it USP.
Colonel, we have sealed the
You might as
stern
well
hatch.
use the USP because after this, you're not really
The
going to need
lift
to
is
use
also
the
under our
USP.
control.
We're on the foredeck, about to descend to the holds.
Sir, the Marine Commander has started his speech already.
We will complete the preparations before the end of the speech.
All communications to the holds have been sent.
Now, I don't know
No one
how
is
this
aware of
soldier
our
spots
presence.
Snake,
Let no one down into the holds until we are out.
but
Yes, sir.
spot him.
We will
He knows
secure
hide
your
behind a
exit
box.
with our lives if necessary.
There is one more thing.
Yes, sir.
My daughter, keep her safe.
Yes, sir.
Who goes there?
Switch over to this and
Aim for the light. Who goes there?
Oh, Shalashaska. Why are you here? We thought you were with the Colonel.
What the?
shit.
be joining you soon, comrade.
Snake, are you in yet? Have you made it to the holds?
It's taking longer than I expected. We've already passed the Verrazano Bridge.
All right, we'll use another recovery point.
They may be planning to change course.
What?
The exits to the deck are all sealed.
What are they planning?
If they get Metal Gear, we're going right off the fringe.
You're all familiar with the Shadow Moses
The men down here are definitely Marines.
The current state of nuclear...
If the deck is sealed off, they have no way of knowing that the ship's been taken over.
I'm not interested in fighting these guys. The weapons won't do me much good here.
Can you see Metal Gear?
No. I'll have to go around to the bow. They have some serious defenses here. I doubt the recent arrivals want to blast their way through the Marines either.
Wonder where they're headed.
I don't know. Not the beach, that's for sure.
So I'm getting some slowdown for whenever they have to add in so
Okay,
many
Snake,
things into the
let's
game.
go over this one more time. Use this camera to get photographic evidence of the Metal Gear prototype.
Handle that, though.
Now do your thing and take pictures that speak louder than the government's plausible denials. We need 4 shots. Metal Gear from the front,
Weird, 'cause the
front
PlayStation
right,
system
and front
doesn't have
left,
as great
and a
graphics
close-up of the Marine Corps marking.
or the processor, but my computer runs slow down whenever
There should be a
bad
Marine's
guys
insignia
or
on the body of Metal Gear.
items that have to be loaded. So like all
Just
those
let
Marines
someone
down
try
there cause a
explaining away a
slowdown.
clear shot of that.
I don't understand.
All right.
There's actually one little thing.
Just spit it out. I'm used to things going wrong.
It looks like someone's monitoring our transmission.
Who?
I don't have a clue. All they're doing is watching. It would creep me out less if they tried to
That's
interfere with
right.
our communications.
Could it have something to do with that cipher we saw?
Maybe. I've switched the
That's
encryption
right.
protocol for our burst transmission for now. What I want to do is use a different method for sending these photos, just in case.
Instead of using the codec?
Exactly. There's a workstation in the southeast corner of the block where Metal Gear is housed. I've made arrangements so that you can send the
The
pictures from the
majority of the
machine.
game so far, the FPS have been up in the 60s.
I hitched a ride on Link 16 into U.S. military's proprietary network.
But
Managed to get into that
all those,
workstation and
Marines,
overrode a
when
part of the system
screen panned
software so
over
I
to
could
them,
remote
and just
install a
them,
little app
with
I
each and
wrote.
every one of them on
Why
there,
bother with anything that
the
complicated?
FPS dropped down
No,
to like,
it's pretty simple, really.
like 50,
Look,
53,
all you have to do is stand in front of the machine and push the action
which
button.
again, I don't know. Because
The
I don't
app
know
will
why.
automatically launch
This
and
computer's a lot
download the
better than
image data from the
PlayStation 2.
camera.
PlayStation 2
Split
was
the
able to
files
handle
and
all
encrypt
that,
them
so I don't
individually.
know
The
how
data
that was
packets can
possible.
then masquerade as...
Okay. So all I have to do is push the action button in front of the computer once I have the pictures, right?
Well, sure, if you put it that way. And one more thing. The Commandant's already begun his speech, but you need to get the pictures before he's done talking. Otherwise, they'll spot you, okay?
How much time do I have?
I hacked into his personal files and took a look at the text of that speech. I'd say you have 7 more minutes. Longer if he throws in a joke or two.
A 7-minute time limit, huh?
Remember, Snake, just the photos, okay?
With these kinds of odds, I won't be making any sudden moves. But that doesn't mean we can just let Metal Gear be hijacked.
Okay, but first the photos.
All right, we'll deal with the rest when we get there.
Stay low.
Alright, now let's begin sneaking into this area.
At the moment, every
Take that out, bring
industrialized
them back.
nation on
that.
the globe knows the specifications for Metal Gear. Worse yet, so do a number of rogue states.
Not that it matters.
They are all working on deploying their own Metal Gear force.
You have to be
compete with the
careful
US's
while he's
nuclear
doing his
strike
speech,
capability.
because he can still
Word is
cause the
about to see
soldiers.
a
There's one
swarm
over
of these
there,
Metal Gear
watching.
derivatives.
But he can still cause the soldiers to be on alert.
We initiated development
have
of
to be
Metal Gear
very
Ray as a
careful.
countermeasure to these pirated weapons
I
forces.
do.
The only thing that can stand up to a Metal Gear is, of course, another Metal Gear. With Ray, the hundreds, if not thousands, of Metal Gears that exist all over the world are no longer a threat. The blind rush to nuclear proliferation will be contained, and it will be the Marine Corps and our Ray that will accomplish this. This weapon will render all other Metal Gears obsolete.
And then we'll just sneak our way
Nations
through
building up
this
their
way.
own Metal Gear force will
But
think twice
you'll
about
see
their
it while he's doing his speech. He'll tell them like intruder to the right, intruder to the left, intruder to the rear or the back or something, and then intruder to the front.
Shifting the balance of power will
He'll
be
have them do like
the
neck
order.
stretches and all that other shit. So if you have to be careful where they turn their head to look around and stuff. So
Ours is not the only military project devoted to Metal Gear development.
still be on
Cannot be
alert.
more different in nature from the Navy's. Theirs is a program that will add fuel to the uncontrolled fire of nuclear proliferation.
Now, if you have
It is a fact that players in favor of such a policy are attempting to derail our own Ray project. But I promise you that they will not succeed.
if you have the stealth camo, you have nothing to worry about. You're good
Some
to go.
say that the strategic importance of aircraft carriers will be reduced by the completion of Ray. The opposition from the Navy is an undeniable fact. There is a lot of pressure from Navy brass, especially those with submarine and air background. Not to mention interference from a major player. But this project is vital to the Marine Corps. The enemy is sometimes closer to home than you think, gentlemen. Always bear that in mind. You must be Terrence. Let's do a little stretching, shall we?
And he always does that here.
Ah,
And be careful,
ah, forget about
because
it.
if he sees you crawling by while he's trying to look down there for that
Down,
shit. And now he said down. If I was to go through, they're gonna see me.
left,
I get to go.
down.
Just missed that one.
To move on, I have a daughter. It is my greatest wish never to have her or her children experience the horror of nuclear war. As a father, I want to leave a better world for future generations. As a soldier, I know that is my duty. Metal Gear Ray is amphibious, unlike the Army's Rex. It can cruise deep underwater, move in undetected and make its landing on any shoreline. You're all familiar with the Shadow Moses incident during the Sears administration. The current state of nuclear proliferation is a direct result of that event.
Metal Gear.
Its onboard Joint Tactical Information Distribution System identifies targets with unerring accuracy and takes them out with massive firepower. It is the ultimate weapon, and it is yours to guard. I'd like you all to think about what that means. The National Missile Defense Program was initiated in the end of the 20th century, projected to completion in 2005. However, the NMD trial conducted in the year 2000 was a complete failure, and the success of the 1999 trials is now considered a chance happening. There was no technological solution in sight, and the program was already attracting strong criticism from Russia and China for its potential violation of the Anti-Ballistic Missile Agreement. The fact that any development in missile defense would trigger accelerated weapons development has been pointed out from the very beginning. President Sears forced the NMD proposal through and succeeded in deploying the program. Some say that it was a military interest, with plans for the $100 billion program budget that actually arranged the legislative approval.
Now we have to get ready for the photos like that, otherwise we're just gonna overwrite them. And then we have to take our pictures of the Metal Gear. Metal Gear Red.
So, any codec moments from you, Snake? The first image is... Oh, this is
What?
Nothing. It's nothing. But this isn't a photo of Metal Gear anyway. Sorry, but you're gonna have to go back and shoot another set. I'll just make a backup of this one.
Yeah, that's my favorite one. Alright, next.
Okay, what am I
Yeah,
saying
this
now?
is what he'll do every time.
More of these? Is that all you think about? Hey, what you like is your business. Just get those Metal Gear pictures. I'll just make a backup of this one.
Oh, shit.
What's next?
Another.
You're on a mission here, remember? I'll just make a backup of this one.
Awesome.
The next image is... What is this? Snake, this isn't a game we're playing here.
Yeah, it is.
I'll just make a backup of this one. So, what's the last one gonna be?
NSB of the Colonel.
Didn't think Gerlukovich was involved, of all people. We need 4 images. One from the front right, the front, and the front left, and a close-up of the Marines marking on the prototype. Get the prototype on camera.
Alright, yeah, that's pretty much it. Now, if you took a picture of
We have
Olga
intelligence that there are
Gerlukovich, he
anti-Metal Gear
mentioned something
terrorists
about
planning
her.
to target the ship.
I didn't do that, though, so...
Intruder to the left!
Oh, shit.
Intruder in the back! Intruder to the left! Intruder in the back! Should that actually happen, I expect you to be prepared. We cannot and will not give up Ray. Stay on your guard at all times. Let's continue. Former President Sears did also act
You gotta
towards
be careful
reducing
because the
nuclear
colonel
stockpile
can't see
while
you if you're
nurturing
standing in the back,
NMD
so
concept.
I'm trying
It was
to
he who lowered Start 3's ceiling
myself
for
as
tactical
far
nuclear
back
weapons
as
in order to bring
possible.
Russia around to approving a revision to the ABM
About there.
treaty. Everyone believed the world was headed for the end of the arms race when Shadow Moses
start
Even though the
crawling.
development of Metal Gear Rex is still outside the bounds of official truth, everyone in the international military community knows the facts. Its specs spread across the globe like wildfire. The nuclear race is on again. The only thing that can reverse its course is this Metal Gear Ray. The Metal Gear Rex development on Shadow Moses was supposedly the first preparatory measure taken against the future possibility of reduced nuclear defense capability. NMD technology leaked to other nations would make that contingency likely. But if this theory is correct, it means that there was a calculated intent to cash in on this opportunity by specific interests within the military-industrial complex. We are here today to flush out and rid our country of these corrupting forces. That is our mission. You will bear that in mind. George Sears surrendered his presidency in the aftermath of Shadow Moses. The official reason given did not, of course, include the development of Metal Gear Rex and Next Generation.
And of course, you can take a picture of the colonel there and all that other jazz. take a picture of the dead bodies, he's going to be like, oh god, I think I see a ghost or something. I don't know. There's so many things you can do with the photos. You know, you can be like a photo hunter and find things.
Looks like I have your photos now. Let's take a look. Okay, first up. Okay, this works. It's a great front view. Okay, what am I seeing now? You're a pretty good photographer. We can definitely use this left shot. Okay, what am I seeing now? This is great.
Alright, yeah. We got them all.
We, the Marines, will lead
As soon
the
as you
charge
do that,
into
he
a new
finishes the
world
speech,
order
no matter what time it's
with
left.
Metal Gear Rain. That is all. Dismissed.
And then they salute, and then you hear clapping, and it's Ocelot, la da 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 da.
Excellent speech, my friend.
Who the-
There is one. I don't know how
Gift
it's done.
of the silver tongue.
I don't know
They
how
say
done,
it's
but
the
there
mark
is
of a
one
good
where
officer.
you can go into a room and it's nothing
of a
but a bunch of
liar.
Marines in bars.
Americans are too in love with the sound of their own voice
Like each and
to
every one
speak
of
the
them.
truth.
I don't know how
Identify
you get that
yourself.
To happen.
I am Shalashaska, also called Revolver Ocelot.
What do you want?
This machine will be quite useful.
What are you planning to do? Steal this thing?
Steal? No, I'm taking it back. Gerlukovich. Nobody move. Understood? This ship now carries enough Simtex on its key structural points to blow it out of the water at the touch of this button. That's right. No one has to die needlessly. We're almost at the target. Get a move on.
What do you intend to do with Gray? Sell it on the streets?
I was raised in Snezinsk, formerly known as Chelyabinsk 70, the nuclear research outpost.
What are you talking about?
After the Cold War ended, my home was bought out by the Americans.
Is there a point to this sad story?
Now you would understand. Land, friends, dignity, all sold to the highest bidder, the United States of America. Even the technology that gave birth to these weapons is Russian, developed by us.
What do you intend to do?
Russia will rise again. And Ray is the key.
I regret to inform you But I have no intention of selling Metal Gear. As I said, I came to take it back. Yes, returned to the Patriots.
The Lale Lule Lo. How's that possible?
Ocelot, have you sold us out?
I was never in your employ, Gurlukovich.
Are you still in league with Solidus?
No hard feelings, Colonel. Mother Russia can rot for all I care.
Since when, Ocelot? When did you turn?
I'm glad you noticed, comrade. I abandoned her during the Cold War.
Ah!
Metal Gear only has room for one! Gurlukovich, you and your daughter will die here.
Damn you!
In the gunfight with Ocelot's not very smart.
Dog!
Sergei, looks like you were long overdue for retirement.
Traitorous dog!
Show's over. If you wish to live, I suggest you run now. This ship is still in the lower New York harbor. You may yet make it to shore if you swim for your life.
It's been a while, brother.
Who are you?
You know who I am.
Liquid?
Not so young anymore, eh, Snake? You're drowning in time. I know what it's like, brother. No wonder Naomi passed you over for the Fox Dive program.
Ouch! Get out of my mind, Liquid!
The price of physical prodigy. Few more years and you'll be another dead clone of the old man. Our raw materials are vintage, brother. Big Boss was in his late 50s when they created his copies. But I live on through this arm!
Liquid's arm.
So Snake was in his late 50s. In Phantom Pain, his DNA from clones. At least I think he was in his late 50s. That's what it sounds like. I don't know when they actually pulled his clones from him. Or when they pulled his DNA from him. For the program. I think it's like sucks up the water to use that, like a laser jet. High pressure laser jet water. Pretty good.
Snake! Snake!
Proceeding as planned, sir.
I can't do it in real life at a swimming pool. I would fall flat on my back. Like, I've tried it once before with my friends who tried doing it. I cannot do it. I just can't arch my back to do it like a a dive in
Yes,
water.
at the location we
can't.
discussed.
It's something
Yes.
with me that if I don't
I
know
have
what's behind
photographic
me, I do
evidence
not
of
want to
Snake
fall
on the
head
scene.
first
The
into
cipher
something.
was most
Now, granted,
useful.
you're probably sitting there saying, well,
I
you know,
look
there's a
forward
hole
to
behind you, so
tomorrow
wouldn't that help?
morning's
No,
flash.
I need to see
I
what's
would
there,
say
because I
the
don't know if
Marine
it's going to
Corps'
be
plans are
a kid
unendeavourable.
there, an adult there. I don't know if someone's going to be
Yes,
a
of
piece of shit and
course.
put a board there.
Mr. President.
I just can't do it. I can't backwards. I can't just like arch my back and do a dive. It's super. I mean, the same measure as like doing a backflip. It's really hard for me to do it. I can do it, but it's going to take a while. Front flips, easy. Front dives, easy. Well, actually, front flips are kind of hard. I can't do those anymore. Too old. Oh, I'm not that. I'm 32, but I can still do it. I can definitely do a cartwheel. Not really. I can't do front handspring. Just whatever. Anyways, we'll say. Yep. We'll write this one. All right.
Snake, do you remember the sinking of that tanker 2 years ago?
Of course.
Terrorists blow a hole in an oil tanker full of crude
We
barely
play
20
it,
miles off the
right.
shore of Manhattan.
Currently
Your
calling him
classic
Snake, but they'll
nightmare.
change his name.
It didn't take long for the government to put an oil fence around the whole mess. And then that massive offshore cleanup facility went up inside.
UH-60s,
Big
but
shadow.
they're an advanced version of the UH-60.
I hear the cleanup isn't quite over yet.
It takes time. But in the meantime, the shell's become a landmark, a symbol of environmental protection.
Calling teams Alpha and Bravo. Deploy at the Big Shell as scheduled.
Approximately 6 hours ago, the Big Shell was seized
At
by
least
an
to me, they're
armed
an
group.
advanced version. I don't know. I don't fly.
Former members of the Navy SEALs Special Anti-Terrorist Training Squad Dead
There's two
Cell.
versions of it.
Russian private army
Two
members may
versions of
also
it.
be involved.
I fly
It's a
the
highly
one.
trained group, and they have the Big Shell under
But
complete
looking at
control.
just looking at these, they look like an advanced version of the 60. Plus, those are Navy 60s. So they're outfitted specifically for naval missions.
Come in from downwind and pull up fast. Get ready to fast rope down to Shell 1. 5 minutes to
Right now we're
ETA.
at 3-5.
Alpha, your top priority is to rescue and safeguard the President. Team Bravo, watch out for Stillman's back and get those C4s disarmed.
What are their demands?
$30 billion.
$30 billion? What makes them think they can get that much?
There was a government-sponsored tour going on at the Big Shell that day.
Hostages, huh?
A VIP from one of the major conservation groups, and one from our own government. The most important person in a sense.
The most important person?
James Johnson.
The president?
Unless the demands are met, the terrorists intend to blow the Big Shell out of the water.
And the crude will ignite, turning the Manhattan Harbor into an inferno.
That's not the worst-case scenario. If the chlorides being used to decontaminate the seawater go up with the oil, toxins containing catastrophic levels of dioxins will be released. In other words, the bay's ecosystem will be wiped out, and the sea will turn into a toxic soup for centuries, becoming the worst environmental disaster in history. You have two mission objectives. One, infiltrate the offshore decontamination facility Big Shell and safeguard the president and other hostages. And two, disarm the terrorists by any means necessary.
So it's sounding like the oil tanker incident 2 years ago, which was the tanker that Snake was in. They're saying that it was an oil tanker,
that SEAL Team
and
10
it wasn't
is
a
also
tanker that
conducting a
had
rescue
Marines in
operation.
it, or did it have metal? No one's gonna accept. No one's gonna put up and say, "Oh yeah, we totally
Foxhound
had
remains a
Marines
covert
on board
body.
an oil
Don't alert
tanker,
them to your
and they
presence.
were
That is an order."
transporting Metal Gear Ray." they're not going to agree to that. So what the news are putting out is that it was an oil tanker, not just a regular
this is Snake.
cargo ship tanker
I'm now inside
for the
strut
Marines.
A of Shell 1.
And
how are things?
They're going to be
We're in
blaming
luck.
Snake for
Looks
the
like there are no
incident
sentries
on that
posted here.
day.
What's the
whatever.
visibility?
The lights on the plant struts are functioning. I won't have to use the IR goggles.
Any problems?
There was a brand new hole cut through the oil fence. There's someone else besides me that wanted to get in badly.
That's not possible.
What about SEAL Team 10?
They landed on the roof of the big shell as planned. And by the way, Snake, we're changing your code name for all following communication.
What's wrong with Snake?
Just a precaution. You are now designated Raiden. All right, Raiden. You've already covered infiltration and VR training.
I've completed 300 missions in VR. I feel like some kind of legendary mercenary.
Okay, we'll skip that part. Make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the select button. When we need to reach you, contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the select button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
All right. I'll contact you if anything changes.
First, make your way to the upper section of the big shell.
How do I get up to the next level?
There's an elevator at the far end of that area. Use that.
Sounds good.
Your new sneaking suit uses electrofiber technology, a byproduct of fiber optics research. The texture isn't far removed from rubber, but the material protects against a wide range of toxic substances. The suit itself has a wide array of built-in sensors. It is referred to as smart skin in military R&D. Data about damage to different regions of the body, including blood loss, is exchanged between the suit and the intravenous nanomachines to create a feedback system.
There's a lot of pressure on my torso.
Relax. The suit applies varying pressure to major internal organs to maximize performance and safeguard their functions. They call this the skull suit in Foxhound.
Skull suit seems appropriate somehow.
The hatch with a circular handle will open into the elevator area. Locate the hatch first.
Copy that. Moving on to main mission objectives.
Alright, and here we are playing as Raiden, which I'm not too happy about. I don't really like Raiden. Good. Great. There's cockroaches all over the place. If you have food in your inventory and you crawl over those cockroaches, they'll get into your inventory and eat it for food or destroy it or some shit. I don't know. They'll do something that you don't like. And because we still have this helmet on, we have this kind of view, which I think is kind of cool, but you end up taking the helmet off as soon as you get up into the elevator or whatever. Now, between Raiden and Snake, Raiden is obviously the younger guy, and he's more athletic and whatnot, so you can tell by the way he runs. He runs pretty fucking weird, if you ask me. I think they have generally the same speed, but one way to tell the athleticism between the two is this. Check out his melee combat combo here. He does that, whereas Snake does not. But yeah, I do like the combo combinations between Snake and Raiden in this game, whereas in the later games, fuck Raiden, I never played any more Raiden afterwards, but I stayed with Snake in MGS3 and Phantom Pain. Even though Phantom Pain was a big boss, the original Snake, their engagements made Snake feel like he's an old man. Which, I mean, he does get older in the games. MGS3 was the original Snake, and he did a jab. He did it like a jab or a snap, a cross, and a low kick, like a low kick to your leg, versus what Snake does in this game, where he does like a back spin kick. And I don't know, I like the kicks. Because Raiden has that extra kick, if the enemy happens to be there, they will get hit and knocked to the ground. Whereas on Snake, he does the 3-hit combo, and Raiden does the 4-hit combo. The 3-hit combo will not be a 100% assurance that it'll knock somebody out. Whereas for Raiden, if they get hit with that last kick combo, well, it has more of a chance of knocking somebody out. Is there anything in the water, actually?
Got your feet wet? These are the basic controls for swimming. Stroke the water and move forward by pushing the punch button. Push it in rapid succession to swim faster. Change your heading with the left analog stick. Up will take you up. Down takes you lower. Left and right to face those directions. The O2 gauge will appear under your life gauge while you're underwater. The gauge corresponds to the amount of air you can hold from a single deep breath. Once the O2 gauge falls to 0, the life gauge will start to drop. You need to be aware of that.
Now, since we're in this skull suit and we have that helmet with us, we have a bigger O2 gauge. Later on, you will remove the helmet, and then you'll notice real quick that your O2 gauge is going to be very low. I'm trying to search around to see if there's any items in here. I don't think there is. Oh, this is the lowest we can go. Oh, wait, there is something right here. What is that? Ooh, thermal goggles. We found some thermals. There was items hiding. So there, I don't think there's anything in this. Oh wait, there is. And then there's nothing in this one, right? Yeah. Let's see. We have 2 rations. We have scope. We have thermal. We have P sensor. Now, as soon as we open this door, we're gonna hear a soldier getting hit, and then we should see him just getting up. So yeah, say, well, all we know is that there's a sentry on the ground who got his ass kicked. We can only assume.
Colonel, I've sighted an enemy sentry. AN-94 and a Makarov. Those grenades, all his equipment, is Russian-made.
Must be a Gerlukovich man.
Gerlukovich?
A Russian private army that was in line to work with the Shadow Moses takeover group 4 years ago.
What's their stake in this one?
They must have made a deal, an arrangement with the terrorists. They become a band of mercenaries, an army without a country.
Let me see. I thought I saw something shiny in here. Oh, okay. I just don't fucking like Raiden. I hate the way he runs. I hate the way he talks. I just fucking hate it. I will say this though. I like the way he looks in this game versus later games, like Metal Gear Rising or whatever that other shit was. And there goes. Yeah, I like the way he looks in this game versus later games. Later games, I can't fucking tell if he's a guy or a girl.
Colonel, there's definitely another intruder in here besides me.
That's not a possibility.
Not a team. Looks like a solo job.
It's weird.
One man.
He's just weird.
We may not know who he is, but he managed to take care of every sentry in the area. They're all out cold. Whoever he is, he's got some skills.
We need to get an ID. But for now, you can take advantage of the situation and get to work. There's a terminal in front of the elevator, a node.
Did you say nerd?
Not nerd, node.
He does have funny moments.
Use the node to gain access to the Big Shell's facilities network.
Then what?
Pull up the map of the structure. That'll let you activate the Soliton radar.
The Soliton radar? True. That radar came in useful during VR training.
A radar system uses biological magnetic fields as input. These estimated enemy positions are projected onto a map according to reference points collected via GPS signals and field personnel reports. We need to get to the map through the Big Shell's node to put this data processing to practical use. The node unit is about 3 feet high, should be colored blue. Each area has at least one.
How do I gain access?
Just push the action button in front of the node. The nanomachines in your body will take care of the security clearance and allow you access to the node.
Now, if you
Complete
notice
the procedure before those sentries gain consciousness.
There, it looks like a pistol.
If they spot you, you won't
Snake's
be able to
version,
gain access for a
didn't
while.
really look like
Stay
a pistol.
on
I mean,
guard.
it kind of did, but this one looks more like a pistol, as you can see. Other items. We do have food over here. That. Now, no matter the case, when you go and activate that node, these guys will get ready to be woken up. So there's nothing that you can do about that. Right now, I'm just looking around. Else, I can tell. But yeah, you see them. They're on 3.
Raiden, you won't be able to use any of the enemy's equipment.
Why not?
You should know that all active weapons are equipped with a personal identification system. The owner enters their required user ID information during the weapon registration or at the start of a mission. If anyone other than the registered user tries to fire the weapon, the ID system will not authorize the action.
But these are black market Russian weapons.
Like
How can they be equipped with identification functionality?
They must have been customized by the terrorists themselves. These are professionals we're dealing with, and they certainly won't let their own equipment be used against them.
I'm guessing it's the same for the Navy SEALs gear?
Right.
How am I supposed to procure weapons then?
Find the ones that haven't yet been individualized. Everything you find in the item box is clean. You should know this from your VR training.
Okay, I know those.
Items in the item box are yours to use at will. They will be your supply source with regards to weaponry and gear.
Now let's go over here and activate this and get shocked. So we'll go ahead and put name. We'll just go with what Troop calls me. Male. Age. 8. 11. Oh, 8. 30. What type? O. USA. Nationality, origins, I'm a Spaniard, so I'm an American Spaniard, and that should do it. Yep, there we go. Now, if you have it set up with a game that matches the date of the day that you're playing the game, it will give you like a birthday thingy or something, I don't know. let's see. Vibration, yeah, that's all looking good. Alright, let's exit and continue. We are. Now we'll do an automatic.
Good work, Raiden.
The radar should be functioning now?
Remember your VR training sessions. The tool is exactly the same one. It maps the terrain as well as the position of enemy personnel. The bright dot in the middle is you, Raiden. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision. Your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it. It gets jammed easily, I'm afraid. It's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful. The Big Shell's layout map should now be available after touching the Start button.
How do I save the mission data?
I've set aside a proprietary frequency for saves, and an analyst to work on the data too.
Jack, is everything all right?
What are you doing here?
Jack, can you hear me?
Rose, you're not supposed to be involved. What's going on?
Jack, I'm a part of this mission.
Colonel, what the hell is going on?
Raiden, meet the mission analyst. She'll be overseeing the data saving and support.
Why her?
The Foxhound analyst that was supposed to take part in this mission was in an accident. Rosemary was brought in as a replacement.
An accident?
And according to the files, she knows you better than anybody else.
Rose may be in the service, but an intelligence analyst is no field officer.
Not to worry. She has our technical staff at her disposal.
She's never been a part of a field mission. This is insane.
I have my own reasons for selecting her for this mission, soldier.
Colonel, I fail to see...
I know your VR training performance in and out, but sometimes that's not enough. You're familiar with the Shadow Moses incident?
You know I covered it in VR.
If there's a crucial tactical detail that case taught us, it was the power of the operative's will to survive.
I was trained to fight. My personal feelings have no place in a mission.
We've learned that it doesn't work that way. And on the field, you need all the help you can get.
Jack, you're stuck with me whether you like it or not.
Rose.
You need someone to watch your back. But I have conditions that need to be met, Colonel.
What is it?
I'll perform my duties and save that mission data, but I'm aware that technically I'm not part of the mission control team.
I'm sorry, but
After
I have
all,
to do this
I'm
on my
just a
channel.
normal girl who's worried about Jack.
Show these
but that
fucking,
means, Colonel, that I am not required to follow your orders outside of my immediate
I've already started
duties.
showing you guys
Jack
the
is not simply a
codec,
field personnel
frequency
for me to
calls
track.
and the FMV,
His
so
safety
you might as
comes
well just
first to me,
continue through with it.
not the mission.
Clearly you,
And
the
because
viewer,
of that,
subscriber,
I will be
commenter, could just skip
monitoring
through
and keeping
as
a
you
record
please,
of
but
every communication you have with him, Colonel.
Given the circumstances, you're free to do what you see fit.
Hey, I prefer this to being kept in the dark waiting.
I'd like to make a request, if I may.
Of course.
His handle is Raiden. For the duration of the mission, could you call him that?
Yes, sir. All right, Raiden. Let me know when you're ready to turn in a save. The proprietary save frequency is 140.96. I just switched frequencies. Jack?
What?
Do you know what day it is tomorrow?
April 30th. Is there something special about it?
Yes.
Isn't there?
I can't remember. I'm sorry.
Oh, well.
Girl
I'll
asked
keep
you
trying
that,
until I hear
and
the
you two have been
answer.
dating. You
I'm
two are
gonna let you go
together.
now, Jack.
You better fucking
care.
know. You better fucking know what day it is when she asks a question like that. Oh, man. Alright, so we have to wait for this. Now, what I'm gonna do is, hopefully it works out. Let me knock this fucker out. I need to knock this guy out.
The enemy sentry is regaining consciousness.
Be careful, Jack.
Find somewhere to hide until the elevator arrives.
Hopefully
you must stay
because
out of
last
sight.
time I did this, it did not work out. Yeah, he's coming up. Hey!
It's the enemy! I need help!
God, now they're gonna be like... Oh! Let's do that. Kill that guy. I was trying to like... I was trying to like choke him out, and then I was like, wait a minute, this is like MGS3, right? I could like push him on his face on the ground and fuck him up, and instead I fucking snapped his neck.
The terrorists call
Removes the
themselves
helmet, puts
Sons
it down
of
because he doesn't
Liberty.
need it anymore. I thought the
Sons of
helmet was
Liberty?
cool. I wish it was
The
an
name
option
of
to
their
keep the
leader
helmet if
is
you wanted
Solid
it.
Snake.
To be honest, I don't remember if you can find the helmet later on
The
and put
hero
it back
of
on.
Shadow Moses?
I don't remember.
So that's why you changed my code name.
Right, but he can't be the Solid Snake. He died 2 years ago on that tanker after he blew it sky high.
Could he have survived?
Not a chance.
Colonel, I'm on the roof. There are no sentries, but it would only take one to spot me in this light.
You never had daylight VR training after all. Stay extra sharp until you can find a node to log in from.
What about the commandos?
SEAL Team 10 has landed on struts B and C.
And the president?
Seems he was spotted on strut B.
Strut B?
Oh, the frame rate. We're
The
down to
big
28.
shell is comprised of shells 1 and 2.
Now,
Each
looking at
unit
this, playing Metal Gear
consists
Solid
of a
5 The Phantom Pain and then looking at
core
this
and 6
reminds me
struts
of
surrounding
Metal Gear Solid 5 in the base.
So
you
the
know,
whole
Outer
thing is
Haven,
shaped
or
like
whatever
two
you wanna call that
hexagons
place.
connected end on end.
Exactly.
I
And
forgot
you're
the
on
name
the
of the
roof
place,
of
but I know
strut
it's just
A,
your base, Mother
shell
Base,
1
or
at the moment. First, get to a node. Log into the network.
Got it.
Can't believe I killed that guy. Anyways, we're here. I'll go ahead and stop the video. Now, there's bird shit on the ground in certain areas. You walk over it, you're gonna slip, and you're gonna have a bad day. Yeah. And then there's these birds. Also, if you happen to like piss the birds off or scare them, and then you look up in the sky, they'll like shit on your eye. Anyways, I'll go ahead and save.
What's up, Jack?
Save, and then she'll have something for us, like, oh, you still don't know what the day is, and la da 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 da. But I'm telling you right now, you're with a girl and she asks you questions like that, it's probably because it's an anniversary. Because if it ain't your birthday, and it's not her birthday, and Lord forbid you forget her birthday, it's a fucking
Jack,
anniversary.
do you remember what day tomorrow is?
Those are the first two things that should go through your head.
I'm
If she asks
sorry,
you what
but I
day it
still
is
don't have a
tomorrow, it's either
clue.
her birthday
That's
or it's an
okay.
anniversary.
What is it,
You better
Rose?
remember that
Talk
shit.
to me.
I'd rather you figure it out. It's important.
How important?
Important enough? And we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Why not now?
Tomorrow seems more appropriate. I need all the help I can get so that I won't chicken out anyway.
Is that the
Yeah,
reason
what
you
day
decided
it
to be part of this mission? Okay, I'm gonna finish this thing by tomorrow no matter what.
You know I'll do everything I can to help you.
Rose, there's something I need you to do as an analyst.
What is it?
It has to do with Solid Snake. The leader of this takeover incident is claiming that he's Snake himself.
The legendary mercenary?
I need as much data on him as possible. Everything they have on him after the Shadow Moses incident.
He's dead now, isn't he?
Yes. Should be a burial record somewhere, too. You should be able to request top-level security clearance from the Colonel. That should get us into the most classified material.
That's the other thing, too.
I'm on it.
Do not
I'll
date
contact
crazy.
you as soon as I find out something.
There's a hot crazy matrix that all guys should like be aware of. Do not date crazy. Alright, they will literally fucking stab you. Right? Especially if they ask you what day it is tomorrow. You don't know what it is and you let that day go by. Oh shit. Like, yeah. Alright, so there's that. Go ahead, leave a like, comment, subscribe. We'll continue on with this Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty Let's Play. We'll also try and do the Snake Tales with within the episodes. So, like right now, we just did this part, right? We just saw Snake going up the elevator, and then Raiden going up the elevator. That being said, that means I can stop this video, start up the next episode, and the next episode can be episode 1 of Snake Tales, and then jump back to Raiden's campaign of the plant part, right? So the tank, we just completed the tanker part. We're going to do the plant part, and we can do that because I'm trying to follow through with you guys what's going on for the time frame. So if you get this version of the game, Substance, right, you get the extra stuff that comes with it. There's the snakeboarding, there's the Snake Tales, there's VR missions, there's all that other jazz, right? The Snake Tales shows you what's going on during the plant part when you want to play a snake. So I guess Hideo Kojima and his crew realized not a lot of people fucking like Raiden. So then they were like, okay, we can add extra stories in the background, and the extra story would be what Snake was doing during the plant, right? So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to play as Snake and Raiden during this portion, during the plant part. And that's what I'm going to try to do, is match it up. So yeah. After this, we'll go to the first episode of Snake Tales, which I think is called Wrongdoing. And then we'll jump back and forth between the two, depending on how I feel and how I time it. And also, while we're doing MGS2, Sons of Liberty, we're also going to be doing MGS3, Snake Eater, because why the fuck not? Anyways, like I said, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Oh, by the way, another Let's Play that I was thinking of doing, or I am thinking of doing, is, I don't know if I mentioned before, but I'll mention it now and again if I have, is Gauntlet Dark Legacy. I played the game as a kid. I loved it. Well, I played the game in an arcade. That's my first reference to the game, was during the arcade, and I loved it. So we're going to be doing a Let's Play of Gauntlet Dark Legacy. There is another Gauntlet game that came out after Dark Legacy. I forgot the name of it. I think it's like Gauntlet 7 Swords or some shit like that. I've never played that. I don't know anything about it, but it is on the PlayStation 2, so I might get that and see what it's about. It looks pretty cool. It looks like a better graphical update version of the Gauntlet game, so I might do that and give that a try. But for sure, we're going to be looking at doing Gauntlet Dark Legacy. It's I'm playing it right now. And originally, I was supposed to be doing a Let's Play on it, but something happened with the graphic settings with the PS2 emulator that I have, that things weren't looking too great. Like, the game would crash while I was recording or uploading onto YouTube and recording the game and playing the game. But it hasn't done it since I fixed the PS2 emulation graphic settings. So what I'm going to do is finish playing through the game. That way I know what's going to happen, what's coming up. And then replay the game, because the game's actually pretty addicting. Replay the game, and I'll either decide to play the same character that I'm playing as, which is a warrior, or I could play a different character, maybe an archer, because I like archery, or a knight. Knight's pretty cool, or something like that. I'll play as another character or play as the warrior again, and then we'll go through together on that Let's Play and finish the game, and then we'll probably jump to Gauntlet 7 Swords if we have the time. Yeah, so we'll go through that. Now, the game is a pretty long game from what I'm noticing. There's a lot of repeats in the game too. I've noticed, like, you'll play like the first map, or not. That's not the way to say it. You'll play like the first segment of the game. So you're trying to collect runestones for each area, and you're trying to collect shards. You're trying to collect shards for each area, and you're trying to collect runestones within the areas. And whatever's happening in one side, it's basically happening again in another side. All the creatures are they're basically the same. They're just looking different, right? So in this area, you might have a standard bad guy who looks like, I don't know, looks like a walking bipedal rat. And then you'll play another map where they have a similar bad guy who has similar attacks, but he happens to look like a fucking orc. And then another map over here, this one looks like I don't know, it's basically like that, you know. But it's still cool, it's still addicting, and there's just new things to see and new things to do, and your character goes up levels. So, anyways, there's that. So I'll go ahead and stop and see you guys next time.